Hello, Millie from the Maine Pottery Tour, and I'm making this video because I wanted to share some of the exciting new updates we made to the Plan My Tour app on the Maine Pottery Tour website. So if you're not familiar with the Maine Pottery Tour, it's a statewide event that happens every year, the first weekend in May. This year it's May 2nd and 3rd. And it's a chance for the ceramics artists and potters across the state of Maine to open their studios and to sell their wares and show everybody the process of making pottery. It's a really exciting event, and one really great way to plan where you're going to go on the Maine Pottery Tour is to use the Plan My Tour app on the website. So to use the Plan My Tour app, all you have to do is go to the mainepotterytour.org website. It's one of the first tabs that you see here in the navigation, so let's click on that now. And this year, one of the changes that we made is that we do ask for your email address before we create a map, and we've done that for a couple of different reasons. So one, it's a way for us to provide a form in order to sort of kick out some of those bots, because there's a lot of bots right now that are, trying to use the Plan My Tour app. And so this gives us a way to weed through that. But another thing that happens is that you will receive an email. And in that email, there's a link so that you can get right back to your tour if you want to do so on a different device, or if like your cookie for somehow expires when you're using it. Because a lot of people don't have cookies enabled, and so I won't actually necessarily know who you are when you come back to the site if you don't have those cookies. So I'm going to go ahead and just verify with Cloudflare that I am a real human. I'm going to put in my email address, and then I'm going to create a new tour. So another thing that is new this year, and so I come here and I have a map and it's completely empty. In the past, you've had to really navigate the website in order to find the studios. So one of the great things that we're doing now with Plan My Tour is providing a way on this map to be able to find some studios. You can even find studios that are nearby. So if I click this button, it'll geocode my location, and then I can put how many miles away I'd like to go, and then I can just do find studios near me. I do have to allow access to my location. And then I see that there's actually quite a few studios right in my area. I'm in Leamington. Creative Energy Images is right in Cornish. So that would be a great place for me to go. And now I can even just add that right to my trip right from there. So if I add this studio to my map, it shows up there. It's a little bit zoomed in because I only have the one. And then it shows up down here as well. So let's do that again. And another thing that I can also do is click these buttons for the different legs of the tour. So I can click the central leg if I just want to look at those locations. I can click the coastal leg. And this is just a really great way to just, find things right from here and be able to add them right to my tour. So there's a great pottery studio in Wayne, Maine, a lakeside studio pottery. I love the little faces that they do on some of their pieces. It's really fun. So I'm going to add them to my map as well. And see how we have everything that I'm adding goes right onto my map, and it also shows up down here. And if I wanted to, for example, change the order in which those are, I can just do that very easily by dragging that one to the top. I can still find studios on the tour the old-fashioned way, or the way that we've always been able to do so, by going to the home page, by browsing the different legs of the tour, going to see their actual individual pages on the website, and then I can still add to my trip from there as well. So now there's just a few different ways that we can, navigate adding the studios to our map. Another new thing that we have this year is the ability to share our map with friends. So say like your best friend's gonna be headed out on the Maine Pottery Tour with you, and they want to have their own, version of the map on their phone. It's really easy. All you have to do is come down here and enter in their email address and share the map with them. Not something that everyone will need, but another new feature this year is the ability to reset the map. So if you scroll all the way down to the bottom and you click Reset My Trip, that will actually create a brand new map for you. You could still get into the old map as long as you have the email that has the link, because there's like a little code that goes with it, so we could look it up and sort of refresh that map. But if you find yourself like wanting to start over and create a new map, you do have the ability to do that now. So this isn't a new feature, but one that I definitely wanted to mention is the badges. So every year we have badges that we create. So if you go to a number of studios and you mark them as visited, the more studios you visit throughout the weekend, you'll end up getting, little special badges. I know this year we do plan to do some promotions where people who have the most badges, like in a certain leg or just as a whole, will be able to win some fun prizes from the Maine Pottery Tour. So definitely when you go to those studios and you're using the Plan My Tour app, make sure that you're marking the studios that you visit as visited so you can get those badges. So that was just a quick update on all the new features on the Plan My Tour app. If you have any struggles or want to communicate with us about the Maine Pottery Tour in general, you can reach out to us at info@mainepotterytour.org. Anyway, I hope you make it out on the Maine Pottery Tour this year, and I also hope that you have a great spring. Thanks. Have a great day. Bye.